Hey guys, uh, so a little bit today, since kind of getting into Bitmex and learning Bitmex, I got liquidated today, and part of that was just the overall market just really tanking. Like this is the first time that we've seen the market cap of cryptocurrency head under 200 billion. So you can see here, currently at 192. Let's bring this up. I want to show the just a little bit of some of the action that we've seen. You know, really, like we've seen these kind of like plateaus recently where, you know, we were at like 239, 250, boom, came down, you know, and then came down again, and then we came down again like earlier today. So it's kind of been this little, you know, step, and it's made me want to maybe reevaluate my strategy with Bitmex. And you know, I'm still kind of learning and still kind of trying to find some of the best opportunities to get into, but like this particular platform, high risk. It's going to be something that, you know, you're going to have to be okay with getting liquidated from time to time. This is the first time it's happened, so for me personally, and I'll show you a few of my trades. One of the things I kind of wanted to show was I had a ton of successful trades. It's probably not the best strategy here. So you can see, like, I was liquidated, and these are all my successful trades. Like, some of these are just buying in and positioning, but these are all successful trades, no liquidations, and then boom, it's my first liquidation. So you can get in and be trading for a long time, and kind of build up your portfolio in that way, and you know, have one bad trade that can really set you back. But you know, this is I guess one of the things I was a little bit confused on was, like, for instance, like I had like 500, so you can see here I had like 500, and like it was like 0.01 was the XBT value that I lost according to this. But like according to like my total balance, like this was like 12 or something before, so I only lost like 0.01 as opposed to 0.1. So like, I don't know, like maybe I gotta figure out like kind of why that was. Like the way I was understanding it was like if I got liquidated, I lost everything, and so I would have lost like 0.1, which means I would have lost like the majority of what I had. But that's not that wasn't the case. I only lost like 0.01 XBTC. So still kind of like, you know, I probably got to get with CryptoFace and maybe do another collab stream. I'll probably catch up with him at some point. You know, he's been kind of doing some different things, so it's been cool to see kind of like some of the you know, some of the things that he's been doing with Bitmex. But I guess like you can have a lot of successful trades, and all of mine were pretty much like 10x leveraged with some of these different positions that I've taken. However, it was a long position that I took, and one of the things that I'm going to be looking at doing is doing a lot more shorting in the trades, and that was CryptoFace's kind of big recommendation, is that, you know, 8 out of 10 people that get liquidated, typically they're in a long position, and so it's much you know, it's more likely than not that you're going to see huge swings in the market coming down as opposed to kind of going up, you know, and unless we get another ramp up in some of the interest that we've seen in cryptocurrencies as a whole. I think, you know, as a whole right now, everything's really down, and that's kind of just what we're seeing in the market. So like, you know, we were just at, you know, gosh, what was that? September 5th. So today's the 9th. So 4 days ago, there was 50 billion in the market, you know. So in 4 days, 50 billion has evaporated from the cryptocurrency market. Like, it's almost been cut in, what is that, like a fifth? So like 20% down, 25% down, if that sounds about right. So hoping for a 20 or 25% gain, you know, raise is not as probably not as likely, as opposed to kind of seeing some of the swings in the downward direction with some of the the cryptocurrency positions. So so my strategy and some of the things I'm going to be working on, and I'm going to get back to my office. I'm going to be working on this a little bit, but there's certain formations, certain candlestick formations, like flag formations, different things that you can kind of identify in the market. And so one of the things I'm looking to do is kind of get a little bit more of that kind of like a visual representation, and so I can also kind of show that to people in terms of like what I'm seeing, because there may be times where, especially if the market's really kind of like trending sideways, it might not be the best time to get in and into a long or short position. It might be better just to kind of wait until you kind of see something that it gives you the indication that we're going to see a certain direction in the market. Now, some of the other things I've been doing was like bracketing trades. So basically, kind of having a short and a long in different positions. And so with the volatility in the market, some of those orders will get filled. However, it may be a little bit more difficult if you're just doing like a small percentage, and the amount of money that you would be making like in some of those positions may not necessarily be worth it. Like I was doing a lot of trades where there wasn't a whole lot of movement, and so I wasn't really making a whole lot, but I was having those initial successes in Bitmex, and that was kind of like really what I was trying to do, is kind of start small and develop a little bit of a system or a methodology or strategy that I'm going to be using moving forward. But this is this is a little bit more high risk than, well, it's a different kind of risk, right? So like I feel like you have more control, because if you're able to basically control whether you're taking different positions. However, it's a little bit more you may rely more on people's interpretations of what's going on in the market, which is also going to open me up to more blame, perhaps if I say, hey, like I'm going long or I'm going short or whatnot, and that doesn't pan out, and people are like following what I'm doing and saying, hey, like I invested money in a Bitmex, because you told me to go into this position, I lost money. So that's, I guess, a little bit of a hesitation or a fear, that I have. Crypto's dead. I sold all. I mean, when the market is super red and panicking like this, I mean that's typically when you want to buy. Unfortunately for me, like most of my money is in crypto. It's not in fiat. So I'm I'm in it. Whether the market goes up or down. I would like to get to a position where I can pull some out and have some more fiat on the sidelines. But when was the last time where the market cap was at this? Let's pull this back a little bit, because it's been a long time since we've been at this valuation. So let's see here. Let me pull this back. So I'm going to look at the total market capitalization, currently at 191, and let's see here. Okay. So if we're looking at some of the charts here, we're seeing like basically, this is September 9th, and the last time that we were at this market cap valuation was, let's see here, we're rolling this back. So basically November 9th, November 10th. So what is that? It's like 10 months, 9-10 months since we've seen the market this low. But we are seeing more volume than we were, before. So the volumes were very low at that time. Of course, kind of ramping up in that December, January, early January timeframe. Had another kind of a peak in May timeframe, and it's come down a little bit. But those volumes that we're seeing are still much higher than what we were seeing previously. So there's still market adoption. There's still people in the cryptocurrency market. I think that it's taking a look at like Bitcoin dominance. Like this is another trend that I've been following as well. If you're looking at Bitcoin dominance has really come up. PJ3, also if you compare the one-day chart from 2014 prices, it almost matches 2018 to a T. So let's see, 2014. Not prices, just the chart. Let's see if I can bring this up. Let's see if it'll do this for me. 2014. Oh, come on. Why won't you let me do that? All right. Well, I tried doing something there. It didn't work. So some of the charting and technical analysis, some of the different ways of reading, what's going on in the market, like there's, a lot of different ways to interpret that. And what I would like to do for the most part is try to find, some different indicators that are going to give me, more than, a better chance than not that of kind of what's going on. But you can see, like, this is always kind of interesting. Like, I know I've talked with CryptoFace about this. He's not the biggest fan of this particular kind of technical analysis, because this is like technical analysis by TradingView. You can see that right now the indicators are to buy. I mean, that would be what you would anticipate with a huge drop off in the market, is that we're going to see some more activity of people wanting to to get back in. However, those are kind of some of those long positions, and I got liquidated on a long position. So I think what I may try to do is look at finding the opportune moments to get in at a short position and doing more shorts in Bitmex, because you have more of a likelihood right now of those doing better than long positions in terms of like not getting liquidated. But I'm still thinking we're kind of bottoming out. Like I did not think that Ethereum was going to drop below 200. That's why I took that long position. I felt like that was a kind of a support that we weren't going to see it break through. And it not only did it break through, it broke through quite a bit. Like currently at like 190 right now. But Ethereum is down. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is down. Like Ethereum was like $500 not too long ago. Let's look at the last month. Yeah, so I guess the month ago, Ethereum was at 363. Let's take a look at the 3-month chart. Just look at that trend. June, $600, June 9th. So 3 months ago, it was, in the last 3 months, it's gone down quite a bit. Taking a look, how about a year ago? Where were we at a year? So at a year ago, we were at like 299, 280, really dropped down. Let's see here. The price, USD price was still at 288, 290, like this is the lowest we've seen Ethereum in a long time. So we haven't seen Ethereum this low, pretty much since like September 2018. Let me see if I can bring this up. Wow. So I'm gonna bring this up. I want to roll this back. When was the last time we saw Ethereum this low? Right here, right in that little dip, right there. July 16th, so mid-July was the last time we saw Ethereum this low. ETH going $100 to purge the ERC20. Doing shorts is catching knife. Did the same thing, took a long on Ethereum knowing the fork was coming. It didn't work out. Yeah, again, like I think what I'm trying to do is find some of the different some of the major indicators in terms of like formations of how you kind of interpreting the market and the likelihood that we're going to see a trend in a certain direction or not, and how some of the best ways to identify some of those market trends, and then really just kind of sharing that with the community. I don't know if like Discord's going to be the best way to do that. Maybe contributing to like an already pretty established Discord like Crypto Faces, and maybe just getting in there and doing some different things, or if I want to just kind of do my own. So I'll have to kind of think about that a little bit. But you know, this is kind of one I'm still kind of playing with. I'm still trying to figure out, you know, if this is going to be something that's going to be a little bit more worthwhile in terms of trying to provide you guys some information on what I feel is like a good strategy right now. Some of the Dividend smart contracts, I kind of look at some of these. Like I've got daily dibs up here. Like I made like 37 bucks today. So, you know, I'm making a little bit in that platform. I was playing around with the MBot the other day, so I'm still trying to get that set up. I've got to get some KYC done on some of the exchanges, but that's going to be a little bit more of a conservative way of kind of, you know, making some profits in crypto by taking advantage of different arbitrage opportunities, because there is like 3 and 4%, you know, is there on a pretty regular basis, especially between like Exmo. This is the exchange I was really I didn't know much about. So I'll show this to you guys, this Exmo exchange. So I think I may have set up an account a long time ago. I have to kind of check it out, but I've never used it. But it's a decent sized exchange, but we've all kind of known about BitHum. BitHum's been one where you're seeing a lot of opportunity for arbitrage trades, but this Exmo exchange was the other one that came up. So I'm going to be looking to get into that. Like the Exmo exchange and BitHum seem to be the two right now, and Livecoin. Those three exchanges tend to be the ones where we're seeing the most opportunity with arbitraging. So if I can make a few $100s a day, you know, with that platform, I'm going to start getting into that more. I was hoping to kind of do that with Bitmex, was basically, you know, find some strategies to trade, to have some of that opportunity to make a few $100s a day with different strategies. But I'm going to need a little bit more information to, you know, to kind of make a judgment call on some of those. $4,000 Bitcoin coming. Oh, Joey, we need more sheeple to sell and give up before this next rally comes. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, man, that ETF comes out, and there's some positive news behind that, and we start to see Bitcoin soar. I mean, the domination is already really high. Very, very high. Let me see if I can... I'm not really holding a whole lot of Bitcoin, but Bitcoin wasn't as affected. Like if we're looking at the market, it was really Ethereum that got hit hard today. Ethereum got hit hard, but most of the other ones are not in double digits. I mean, a lot of this change. Let's change this to the Bitcoin price. You know, so not a whole lot in terms of Bitcoin, but Ethereum hit pretty hard. Nano hit pretty hard. Bitcoin Diamond for quite a while. I guess that was expected. But 51%. This Bitcoin Dark, I think, is the biggest performer today. Yeah. Man, it's packed in here. I have a trading view script for Bitcoin that tells you when to long or short for good profits. Hit me up if you want it. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it. Let's collab on something. Get David Peterson to make leverage platform for ARB like Bitmex. Look at how much money they're making, and why hasn't copied that yet. Yeah, I mean, David's got a lot going on. So I mean, I've talked to him a little bit. I'm trying not to bug him too much, but you know, he's he's very innovative. Like there's a lot of innovative stuff that he's doing, and I mean he's one to do that kind of stuff. So he's wanting to really innovate and develop a lot of new tools and things for the crypto market. So I really like what he's doing, and you know, I was just kind of talking with him a little bit. I'm like, hey man, like I just you know, I want to help however I can. Let me know. So right now I'm kind of helping with the beta testing with MBot because it's still a little bit buggy, and it's going to take some time to kind of work out some of those kinks from a developer standpoint. So they're working on it for sure. But you know, I have a much bigger background in beta testing new platforms. That was kind of like my background, you know, back before I got into cryptocurrency in 2013 or so. So from like 2010 to 2013, I was doing a lot of work with developers to iron out a trading platform for electricity. So a little bit different, you know, than this, but in a lot of ways there's a lot of similarities because it's, you know, it's a 24/7, 365 market, and it needs to be on and working all the time. You can't have downtime. What is your prediction on set 30th ETF decision? There's a lot of positivity that it's going to get approved. However, that was kind of the sentiment before, and that didn't end up holding true. So we might see another like rejection, but I think it's going to happen. Like I think they're really just trying to basically get it to a point where some of these regulators are going to approve it, and obviously that's going to bring a lot more mainstream money into the market. But right now it's really bearish. But if we get some positive news like that coming out, like we might see Bitcoin just really just take off and soar. And if you remember back in last year, Bitcoin took off at certain times, and some of the other cryptocurrencies didn't do as well. It was really like Bitcoin is really taken off, and everything else is really kind of stagnating. I always thought BCCX would be the new Bitmex. Exchanges were the most profitable. Market makers rule crypto. Yeah, you know, still hoping something comes out of that. I mean, the website right now is not. Let's just see if we can get into the website. The website's been down ever since Devesh. Oh, come on. Ever since Devesh got detained or arrested or whatever happened with that, it's been down. But this is, you get the firewall, so it's still kind of accessing, but then the page is not working. But you're still able to ping the site, so like you know, it's not 100% down. It's just like they're having a little bit of an issue. But the BitConnect website is still working. Let's see here. Still working. BCC made BTC reach all-time high. That's what a lot of people are theorizing, because it was one of those things where, you know, people were getting into cryptocurrency, investing in cryptocurrency and making money, at least at the time, you know. But unfortunately, it's really been a huge setback for the cryptocurrency market as a whole. So that's why, like, I'm really still trying to, you know, find the silver lining in that situation. Then a few months consolidating would mean it would start to go up around March, which is the month of final decision on the CBOE ETF decision. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Obi-Wan. The bear market is following 2014 exactly. If it continues, this would put the bottom in December. I think it's going to pump in November, December, a little bit. But it's easy to be bullish on Bitcoin, and it's very easy to be wrong. I've heard the server memory is full on BCCX. It's just resting like BTC. Where did you hear that the server memory was full? I'm interested in kind of where you found that out, or if you could provide some information on that. That'd be pretty awesome. Other than that, like, let's take a quick peek at DeFi Radar. I mean, DeFi Radar's been a little bit quiet with Ethereum being down. The users are way down. We only have one that's over 1,000. FOMO 3D still kicking. MLB Crypto Baseball. I have to take a look at that. That sounds interesting. Daily dibs at 12. I'm still kind of doing some research on daily dibs. I want to get some more information on that. FOMO War, I think, is like a clone. Let's see here. Linea was the other one. Linea way down. Is it even in the top 50? It's not even in the top 50. Cryptocurrency is the currency. It takes your currency. If it's running on one server, that smells like stay away. Yeah, yeah, I would have to agree with that. But I don't know, like, I just want to talk to Devesh. That's really what it boils down to. Like, I'll fly out to see him if I need to, because I think Devesh is connected enough where he knows what's going on. Like, I mean, I hope that he didn't, he wasn't kind of the main culprit behind why the platform failed or went down, but he seems to be a guy that would be better to talk to than Satish, at least in terms of like what's going on. But I had some very positive conversations with Devesh, out in Dubai before I came out to Singapore, Malaysia, and before the platform came down. But they wanted me to help them with marketing in India. So I'm still interested in doing like cryptocurrency related projects in India. But we'll see. Not right now. I hope all of them get a death sentence. You don't know, like, really what transpired. If it was something where he was doing something where he was doing something ill-intentioned, like, I hope that I hope that's not the case. But I don't know if that's what it was, but it's definitely Indian. So there's definitely Indian in origin. And some of the common conceptions here in Asia is that you can't trust Indians, at least not with some of these types of financial matters. Indians are known for scamming people online. Yeah, I got scammed by on very small level with some Indians at different times, especially when I was in Malaysia. There's a lot of Indians in Malaysia. Not as many here. It is very Vietnamese here. Like, there's that's what kind of why I like it. I don't, I just kind of stay away from like the expat, Westerner communities. Actually, today I basically just try to get lost. Just take a peek out the window. Like, I don't even know where I am. But today I just wanted to get lost, and I'm here in some place in Vietnam, in a little coffee store, some back road somewhere. All right, I'll probably take a few more questions. I think I'll call it a stream. Every lending program that came out last year was run by Indians. I don't know if every lending platform is run by Indians, but there was a lot of anonymity in the lending platform space for sure. and some of the best ones that were developed were Indian in origin. It's tempting to stop looking at the prices and news for a while, how depressing this market can get. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Like, I'm still trying to give some updates or find some of the positive silver lining with the cryptocurrency market in this huge bear market, because it's, you know, if you're looking at the history of crypto, there's a lot more times when it's been in the red than when it's been positive. And I think that's why, like with Bitmex, I'm looking to get more into finding some of the best times to short and getting into different, you know, shorting positions. Because a lot of what you're seeing in the cryptocurrency market is a lot of people buying low, selling high, and hoping the price goes up. There's more likelihood that you're going to see, you know, the opposite if you have a lot of people maybe on one side of the market where, you know, you've got a lot of people maybe buying in, you know, hoping the price goes up so they can sell. But if there's not enough buyers, you're going to see the market tank at certain times. But I think there's just a kind of an institutional sell-off in a lot of ways with kind of some of these big dips, like you're seeing maybe whales or whatnot that are just kind of unloading, you know, some Bitcoin, which is having a huge effect on the rest of the market. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all staying online. I'll come up with some new things. I'll take, what is this? Are you favorite smaller cap coins like Digibyte, OMG? Most of them are too centralized, too many Chinese Ethereum killer. Yeah, I'll take a look into some of those. Maybe I can do a review on some of the smaller altcoins, you know, that I'm liking in this. But I think the consolidation right now with Bitcoin, like all the altcoins are down. So, but all right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.